Going over to the political part of the podcast, you have Biden wanting to, he wants Supreme Court reform now because there's more constitutionalists than not. Now, this comes to us straight from the horse's mouth. Well, more realistically, it's probably one of his interns because we know he doesn't tweet himself. But again, this from Biden's ex-Twitter profile says, the nation was founded on a simple yet profound principle. No one is above the law. I didn't mean to laugh necessarily, but yeah, no one's above the law. How much does his son get for the Burisma thing? 10% for the big guy? Oh yeah, literally saying, I don't care if it's unconstitutional, the landlords won't be able to charge people rent during the pandemic. He literally said he knew it was unconstitutional, but he's still going to do it. Same with student loans. But yeah, he says no one's above the law. Okay. Then he says, quote, not just President of the United States, not Justice of the Supreme, not the United States Supreme Court, not Justice on the, let me take that. Almost had a little Biden football when speaking in ineptitudes. Says not the President of the United States, not the Justice of the Supreme Court. So today I'm calling for a threefold reform to restore trust and accountability to the court and democracy. 1. No more immunity for crimes of a former president committed while in office. Well, he's going to be in jail. Won't Biden actually? No. 2. Term limits for Supreme Court justices. 3. A binding code of conduct for the Supreme Court. Read about how these actions would strengthen the guardrails of our democracy. Link here. And of course, it goes to the Washington Post. Yeah, so now that you're losing, you want to change the rules. Yet again, as we've seen that side of the political aisle do more and more. And one of those hilarious things I always tell people is never forget. I mean, one of the reasons there's a more constitutionalist than not in the Supreme Court is because Ruth Bader Ginsburg was so egotistically, just so selfish, she refused to step down when Obama was in office. And again, when you talk about it fascinates me that people don't want constitutionalists on the Supreme Court. I mean, they should all believe in it would just be common sense. You want people to actually believe in the founding fathers and Constitution. But you actually have someone on the Supreme Court that Biden appointed who, well, he also chose someone based on their race as well as their gender, which is illegal, but he did it anyway. It's Jackson Brown. He does not know what a woman is. That's what he wants more of on the Supreme Court. When they asked her during the little interview or little questionnaire before, during the nomination process, they asked her, do you know what a woman is? And her answer was, I'll never forget, I'm not a biologist. That's from the Party of Reason, I'm told. Party of Science. Now, this went pretty well. I got 2.8 million views and 58,000 mentally vacuous likes, but likes nevertheless. And one of the first ones comes from Ed Kranzenstein, which, pretty sure he's on their payroll. I don't know how much he's allegedly making. He says, every American should want this unless they're authoritarian. Yeah. There's a handsome gentleman that did respond to him, though, so I'm definitely going to read this comment. Might be a little biased. The Topping Show says, but you didn't want any term limits when you had more people that were left-wing on the Supreme Court. Typical hypocrite. I got 22 likes. Really one for myself. Task Force 84 says, no, Joe, you can't do this. I don't think you understand that the Supreme Court is a powerful branch of government. Just because they told you no doesn't mean you get to change the rules. Getting 2.4 thousand likes. Gunther Eagleman coming in a lot of likes in this case. Says, now do Hunter Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Mayorkas, Merrick Garland, etc. No one is above the law unless you're a Democrat. Getting 10,000 likes. You also have Al-Zuba saying, quote, Joe Biden has never faced legal consequences for selling out our country to foreign nations just so as long as he can profit financially. He also committed treason against America by abandoning our border. If Biden really believes no one is above the law, he should turn himself in. Getting 2.5 thousand likes. Gunther Eagleman says, quote, the staffer who wrote this should read the Constitution. Gain 3.3. Oh, I thought we can get to 3.4 thousand likes. Was not the additional like needed to get over that hump, but nevertheless, 3.3 thousand people did like it. We do have a contrarian statement. You have Art Candy, who, oddly enough, her name is spelled Candee, so not the right spelling. And her emojis, which again, I was a little, as you might say, sus to have emojis in your name, is a popcorn, which, again, salty, and a cup of water with a straw, which I've never heard, unless someone is physically disabled, I've never seen someone drink water from a straw that isn't a serial killer, I don't think, which also is not sweet. But nevertheless, Art Candy, silly name, almost as ridiculous as a name like Topping. Oh wait, I partially digress, but nevertheless, Art Candy says, quote, yeah, yes, with like 6 exclamation points. She's very happy. Now we need to flip the House and get more seats in the Senate. Getting 1.4 thousand likes. She also got 83 replies, one of the most responded to. Was she ratioed, perhaps? Not by number of likes, but maybe number of comments. JW says, move to Venezuela and then report back in a year, please. Getting 56 likes. Oh, let's see here. Well, we got Sherry says, what you suggest isn't impossible. We just need to do it. No likes, but someone did say that. Let's see. Guy Incognito says, so your plan, if you get powers, to eliminate the checks of our government. This alone should encourage freedom-loving people to vote against you. Getting 3, let's make it 4 likes. Let's see. So she was rated by number of comments, but not number of likes of those comments. Planet of Memes, which did not respond in meme form. Nevertheless, Planet of Memes says the Democrat way. If you don't get the results you want, you try to change the laws. Getting 1.3. Again, was that the lucky vote or like to get to 1.4 thousand? Now, Sassafras84 says, let's not forget Joe Biden has been in office for 50 years. I swear your staffer writes a parody. Getting 793 likes. Planet Meme says, how about some term limits on Congress? Getting 1.6 thousand likes. Let's see, is there any more contrarian statements? Let's see. You also have Harrison Crank says, Democrats literally had to pull a coup on you a week ago, and you are talking about term limits? Ha ha ha. Okay, 1.4 thousand likes. David Keynes says, 4, any person convicted of a felony is ineligible to run for president, getting 3.5 thousand likes. So a couple contrarian statements. Let's see here. This is another one. More or less the same. These other interesting ones here. This is an unpopular one. Mays says, a guy who's been in politics for 50 years, whose team literally hid the fact that his brain no longer functions so he can remain in power, is calling for term limits. Getting 6.5 thousand likes. Sarah Rose says, is there term limits for demented presidents, or is that via coup only? Getting 1.1 thousand likes. Matt Hatter says, the man who accomplished nothing in 50 years of politics but enriching himself and his family want to talk about term limits. Getting 124 likes. Let's see. Joe Biden press release parody account says, I should be allowed to remain in Congress for 36 years, but need term limits on the Supreme Court. Getting 734 likes, or 64 likes rather. Liberal Cat Media TM also has a, what is this, little cartoon of Pelosi. It says, yes, known as the law of a law, except Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, John Brennan, James Clapper, Eric Holder, James Comey, Barack Obama, Hunter Biden, illegal aliens, Democrat. Yeah. Getting 664 likes. So, and again, this is the president's account. It should be about 50-50 representation of people left versus people on the right following him and responding. And yet, we only found a couple. Well, we did find a handful of people who did agree with him. The overwhelming, there's the comments, pretty negative. And again, I think if you really want to cause more strife and more conflict in the country, yeah, changing the rules to the game is definitely the way to do it. I think that'd be one of the worst things our country's done in 2 decades there to try and tamper the Supreme Court. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how much rides on the Supreme Court and how instrumental it is. So yeah, that's their suggestion. That's what he's calling for. Again, will this be done in reality? I don't think so. And again, it's fascinating to see. I don't really think Biden is saying this. If you rewind the tape, even just to 2020, Biden proudly said during a debate with Kamala and the other prospective Democrat nominees, he said that would be terrible. You do not mess with the Supreme Court. He said it would cause strife. He said it would cause conflict. He said you had to abide by the Constitution. He actually sounded pretty articulate, well, especially, relative to now. But yeah, I don't really think it's him typing this out on a computer or his iPad or whatever he uses these days as a device, or more accurately, perhaps his Fisher-Price toy. But let me know, do you think, there are Americans who are calling for the expansion of the Supreme Court. Do you think it'll happen in our lifetime? And what do you think the fallout would be if it were to happen? Let me know in the comments. As always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.